I wanted to talk to you about your class, Speaking and Writing 1, before we get back together for class number 4 here on May 11th. There were just a few things that I think some of you might still be confused about in terms of how we sort of start working together between the classroom and how we do Moodle. So I wanted to make sure most of those problems were solved and to answer them in this video so that then if you don't understand them completely when I explain them in class, you can come back to this video and get the explanation as many times as you need it. So let's take a look at what's happening. First of all, May 11th, class 4 is now open, so you can take a look at it. Let's take a look at that together. Let's click that here. And you can see the contents. There's our Zoom URL. Still, I don't know. The university might say something to us. Today is the middle of Golden Week. It's the Sunday of Golden Week. I don't know. They might send us an email sometime and tell us that no, we want to go back completely online. If we do, that's the link right there. Now, the first thing, there is going to be an article that you can download and read before our class. Okay? Not that you can, you should, because if you don't read it, you're going to be at a bit of a disadvantage to everyone else, because if they download it, they're going to have a lot more thoughts about it. But even if you read it, okay, do you remember when we were doing class number 2, when we were doing our very first video, and I told you that what you have to do is not just get ready to make a video based on your self-introduction. You had to answer this question: what will your life be like in 10 years? So it was like an extra assignment on top of the assignment. You had to think about your self-introduction and put that in the video, but you also had to answer this question. Now we're going to do basically the same thing with class 4, which is down here. Okay? With class 4, the main article is this PDF that you can download, okay? And you can download it, let's see, at noon, okay? On the same day of our class. You can download it then. Oh, I'm sorry, not on the same day of our class. On May 9th, which is 2 days before our class. 2 days before our class, you can download this, okay? And then read it, take your time, learn all the words. But just below that, okay, around here, there will be a question that you have to consider for the writing that you have to do. And I'll explain all of this in class, okay? The class description, you can read this again and figure out what we're doing. And then also too, I'm going to be talking about these YouTube subtitles and this Google Translate, okay? So that's what I wanted to talk about with you, okay? Now with the speaking and writing that we're going to be doing, okay, class number 4, I wanted to talk about these main things. So upload all your assignments to Moodle only. Now some of you, when you were sending me your assignments for the self-introduction, you were sending them to me via MS365, which is not what I want you to do. Or one of you sent them to me by email, right here, by my email, jdmcruz@gmail.com. A couple of you sent them to my email through the university, jcruz@kitakyushu UACJP. Wrong, okay? All your assignments have to go to Moodle because it is in Moodle that I can give you a grade. I cannot give you a grade if you send these things to me via MS365. It's just too much work because if everybody sent that to me, then it's a lot of work for me to send them back to Moodle. I want you to know how to send these to Moodle, so today I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay? So when it comes to uploading your assignments, the first thing that you have to do is you have to download the typing template and rename the file. Now what does that mean? Okay, so first let's go back here to our Moodle, and you see where it says here that you're writing assignment number 2 and there's a typing template. Okay, so what you do is you come down here and you download it. Okay, you click on that and it will bring it to your computer. Okay, bring it to your computer and it will look like this if you bring it down to your computer. Now I got to say goodbye for just a quick second here, okay? But it looks like this. Do you see that file right there? Once you download it from here, okay, it will look like this file. Now, it looks like this file to everybody, okay? Now the problem with that is that if you send it to me as this file with no name change, everybody will have the same name. So what I want you to do is start following what you need to do to change the name of this, okay? you have this file on your computer. Then, if you just put it here into, this is our Office 365, okay? You probably know all of these things. This is our Office 3. Here's MS Word, here's Excel, PowerPoint for all of you. You have this account through the University of Kitakyushu. You just take that icon and you drag it onto the same page where you have all of your home files, okay? You drag it there, it'll upload to OneDrive. Okay, now you just wait for this thing to completely upload. Okay, there it is. There it was right there. And as you might have seen it, we're going to be discussing it before. That's the content of the file. Now, what you want to do from here is you want to change this name. You see how it says Cruise SW Typing Template? You want to change the name to what it was I was telling you before in the slide. You want to change it to your name, to your student number, and the topic name. Okay, so let's take a look at that. How do you do that? Well, come over here to File. See right there, File. Okay, and then you come over here to Save As. Okay, which probably in Japanese will be Namae o tsukete hozon or Namae henko hozon or something like that. You click that, and second from the top is this command. It says Rename. Okay, you just want to change the name of this. Okay, you rename this, and then, as I said, you change your name. So if your name is Suzuki, and your student number, let's say it's 2021 311 and 000 space, and in this case, the topic title is Fiona the dog. Okay, and that is enough. And then you save that, okay, and there it is now, Suzuki 2021 31100 Fiona the dog. And now when you start typing here, you just write it here, okay? You change your name to, Suzuki Taro, okay? Student number is whatever it was before, 2021 311000. And the title, I mean, if you want to change the title to something else that you want to say, that's fine too, but everybody can at least say Fiona the dog. Okay, and type here, that's where you actually start typing your ideas. You start typing your ideas here. And you just keep continuing. Oh, just found a mistake. Okay, the word count is what you will eventually have once you're finished, and you just replace that with, I don't know how many words you wrote. Maybe you wrote 211 words. That's fine. That's it. And just save that, okay? And don't hit share, don't hit any of that, okay? Just save this and close this back. If you look again to Microsoft Office Home, there it is, right there. Suzuki 2021 311 000 Fiona the dog, okay? Now, what do you do from here? Now, from here, you have to send this back to your computer, okay? So, you download this, okay? You download this to your computer, and I can show you right now, after the download is done, see, there's the name of it, okay? There's the name of it, Suzuki 2021 Taro. Now, what do you do from here? Okay, as I was showing you before, okay, you upload and type your SID 365 and then download to your computer. That's what we just finished doing, okay? And then you upload that to Moodle, okay? So going back to our Moodle here, okay? Now, you add a submission, okay? And then right here, you can drag and drop that. Drag and drop that. You see how these lines, see these black dotted lines? They're going to turn blue. See how they turn blue? When they turn blue, that means they'll take your file. And there it is, right there. It's all done. Okay? Save the changes, and then you're done. You've sent your file to me. Okay? Now let me turn my camera back on here. Okay. Hope that wasn't too confusing. I'm going to explain that a little bit more in class, but that is something that I want you all to be able to do because those are the instructions that I gave you. And I know that I probably didn't explain it very well, but I think that should help you. Now, if you have any questions, okay, I'm going to explain to you how you can use Google Translate, how you can take this YouTube video, you can make it easier to understand for yourself by using subtitles. Well, let's take a look at that. All right, now we're done here. Okay. And in Class 4, again, okay, once we're done all of that with the bringing down the file and the class descriptions, the next thing that I want you to watch is I want you to learn how to use these YouTube subtitles. So here in this video, all I'm going to tell you is just watch this because this is really, really useful, and I'll explain how to do that in the class. Okay. Also, too, Google Translate. If you haven't figured out that Google Translate is a great tool, then you're missing out on something. I will also explain this in class, but I will also say this. I know how your natural English looks like when you write it. Okay. When you wrote your self-introduction to me in Class 1, okay, your self-introduction, I got a sample of how you write your paper when you have no help from a computer or from Google Translate, and all you have is your dictionary and your own English. I know what your English looks like. Now, if suddenly you use Google Translate and you say to me, Mr. Cruz, I wrote this myself, I can tell that your English suddenly went up in quality. And so can all of your English teachers. Don't use this to tell me that this is your English writing. Use it as a tool. This is not your English writing, okay? This is a translator. I want you to become a good English speaker, a good English writer, and this will help you, but it's just like your mother can help you with, maybe she's a really good English speaker, but eventually it is not going to be your skill if your mother does all your writing for you. Same thing with Google Translate. One more time in class, we're going to be writing on paper. You will take a photograph of it, and then you have to do the typing upload that I just showed you by the same night. Okay? Oh, and by the way, I've changed the submission deadline so that now, for those of you who, and I can understand this, you have to go straight from school, you have to go do your part-time job, and you need a little bit of time to actually do that. Sometimes your job ends at midnight and you don't have time to submit before 11 o'clock. I've changed the submission to Wednesday after lunch. So you have time at least at lunch on Wednesday to actually do this, okay? I think that's a pretty fair deal. Please give that to me by Wednesday, 1 o'clock. Remember that it has to be exactly what you took a photograph of in the photo upload, okay? Now, the last things that I just want to tell you, okay, so we've done that. You've uploaded it to Moodle. You download the writing PDF from Moodle so that you can figure that out for yourself and read that, okay? Read the article and think about it. Now, we're talking about that Fiona the dog thing. Sorry, I should have shown you this before. You have to think about both what was in the article, and I'm going to show you a video, and then think about the writing question, put that in your writing in 30 minutes, okay? Now, the last two things, okay? Use my main email address. If you are going to send me an email, okay, use this email, okay? This one right here. It says jdmcruz@gmail.com. That's my email, not the university email. This is my email. And then finally, I already talked about Google Translate and YouTube subtitles. So those are the last things I wanted to talk to you about. Okay. Otherwise, watch this video as many times as you need to. Use the subtitles in YouTube to help you understand it. And I will see you when we come back from Golden Week. Hopefully, I will see you in the classroom. Okay? Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.